Hello, everyone. So, there was a question recently about emails that are getting sent from Jira on cloud. And in that particular question, there was a mention of formatting of the email. Now, if you're using Jira in a big organization, let us say an organization where they have only one client, let us say Outlook, and it happens a lot. Usually, big organizations or a lot of companies they are very focused on using Microsoft-based applications like Excel, Word, PowerPoint, and of course Outlook, and they only allow emails to be accessed using either an Outlook or maybe their mobile-based solution. And when it comes to emails, almost all the, I mean, all the, not almost, all the email clients, they display HTML perfectly fine. Now, if you look at my Jira instance, and usually I recommend if you are not too much concerned about the formatting of your emails, like the way your email looks, keep your email format as text. You can change it if you go to system and you can actually change the format to maybe HTML, which is very simple, straightforward. And when you receive an email from Jira, your email would have a nice header logo and maybe a logo, I guess. So few more formatting option. I don't even remember how it looks like, but yeah, there are formats. If something usually the emails that are getting sent out, it will look like you're looking at a web page. I mean, some kind of formatting would be there, and it looks nice. I agree, but at the same time, sometimes when you have enabled the mail handler, then it can be a problem because when you reply to that particular email based on your client, it can actually mess up the formatting and it can actually look not so nice. And if you have everything which is in a text format, then because it is text, you can't really mess up the format and you can't really break it because it is all text. So this is something that you can take a look at. For example, I know in Gmail, emails look fine, and I know some people are not always using in their organization just one client. They let their users use whatever the client they want to use, whatever email. They can have different emails, by the way. Maybe you're working with, let us say you have a Jira instance and your employees or people who have access to your Jira instance, maybe they are your contractors. So maybe they are using their own personal email addresses or whatever email addresses, and maybe they are just using Gmail or uh, Microsoft Mail, and maybe they are using, those other common popular email solutions providers. But the way they access the email, it actually depends how the email looks, how the email will look like. Usually, in 99% of the cases, HTML looks just fine. But there are cases where when you have enabled mail handlers, then having a text format is actually safe. So I thought I'll probably talk about it. So you can also configure these things like your default user preferences, and if you are let us say you have done some changes here. For example, if I click on this HTML here, right, and I have done this here, and I can actually apply it so that all the users will now get HTML emails. So it says here, are you sure you would like to change all users who currently receive text emails to receive HTML emails, right? And it will also show you the number of users, which is great. Now, if I go to my personal settings, and if I go to the option here, email notification format, I can still change it to text, right? So that is also a good thing. And if I go back to the same page, let us say, the the page where I have the default formatting. So let me just show you one more time. So right now, global format at system level is HTML. If I go to my personal settings, it is text, right? So it is different. Now, if I want, I can actually change it back to text. right? So if I click on the update, it will now show me that there will be one user. So you can always just configure it based on your needs. My recommendation would be to keep it as a text, and if needed, users can change it to HTML. So I thought I'll probably share this. It may seem like a simple thing, but it can actually solve problems when it comes to not only mail handlers, but having a text-based emails, although it doesn't really show you like fancy colors, but it works. And I think that is what we need. We need a working system, and keeping things simple wherever applicable and wherever it is not really required to have HTML-based emails. I think text works just fine. All right, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.